Okay, so I think it's really important to state that last week, I think it was last week was the super full moon, one of the super moons. And in January, the moons are supposed to be very intense as well. Okay. So we are having all of this intensity surrounding full moons. Now, what does a full moon mean? A full moon is when the moon really draws out all of your crap so that you can release it. And you usually feel this anywhere from a week before the moon to a week after the moon. Okay? This moon has been particularly intense. And what I have found is that if you have been working through or struggling with any particular issues over the past few months, few years, however long it takes for you to actually release it, this full moon has come and has really shaken everything free if we are at that point to allow it. Now, every month, the moon comes to shake things free, right? And it's up to us whether we're at the point to allow it or not. And we all know that when we are on this healing journey and healing process, it takes time. And it's not comfortable. I wish I could sit here and say to all of you that the healing process is the easiest, most loving, carefree thing in the world. But I can't. It is challenging at times. It is difficult at times. But as we move through the healings, we come face to face. Not only we come face to face with our own fears, our own mortality at times, our own sabotaging behavior, and I mean, amongst so many other things. And what generally happens is that as we sit in the discomfort, we have two choices to make. Which way are we going to go? Are we going to move through the discomfort, or are we going to try to bypass our own healing and instead of sitting with the discomfort and coming face to face with our fears, jump into relationships that might not be serving us, experiences that might not be serving us? You know, I am a firm believer that people get into experiences and relationships far too quickly because it's easier to jump into something in order to bypass your own healing process. And we'll do a whole workshop on that, I think, the next time we do a workshop, because I think it's such an important topic. And when we talk about this moon releasing everything, are we going to allow it? And sometimes we can only allow this much release when we need this much release. And sometimes it takes 10 years to get to this much release. And that's okay, as long as you understand what's going on. So when the full moons come, take note, keep a journal as to what's happening in your life. What are the emotions that come up? Is there increased anxiety? Are there the same thoughts that come up and up and up? Are you blaming the anxiety or stress or sadness or fear on a specific incident instead of going within to explore it within yourself? And you don't actually have to change anything, but just notice what actually is going on.